Another look at Glen Murray's move to Pembina. I'm Brian Lilly with the Rebel.media. There's so much to say about this move of Ontario's now former Minister of the Environment and Climate Change to a very cozy position to lead up the Pembina Institute. I don't really know where to begin. We've talked already about how Pembina is a radical organization and Glen Murray is nothing if not a radical. So he's going to fit in there. We could also point to funding that the Ontario government has given over the years, including to reports such as this one, or to grants from the Trillium Foundation, one of them overlapping Murray's time as Environment Minister, a $250,000 grant, another one while he was Minister for $40,000. I'm sure more of that sort of information will continue to come out. We could also talk about how Murray is now saying he gets to continue the work that he always wanted to do. He won't specifically say he wants to fight pipelines, but let's face it, Pembina fights pipelines. They've just come out in joyous celebration at the cancellation of the $36 billion Petronas LNG pipeline that would have created thousands of jobs in British Columbia. They absolutely don't want resource development. But here's the thing that really gets me. Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom of this article that was published by National Post on how Glen Murray is going to handle his job. He's currently in Toronto. Pembina Institute is in Calgary. So what's the man going to do? Well, like any good greenie, he's going to fly across the country over and over again. This statement, Murray will maintain his home in Toronto, but will divide his time between Pembina's offices in Toronto, Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver. That's one hell of a carbon footprint, isn't it, Glen? It's kind of another example of him joining the elite set that says, do as I say, not as I do. Your vacation to Cancun, you shouldn't do that. That's a carbon footprint vacation that just can't be justified. You should vacation close to home as long as you don't drive and only take public transit. But him, oh, he can fly across the country over and over again. Brings me to mind of the challenge put out by Conservative MP Bob Zimmer the other day. Zimmer is fed up seeing people like Vancouver's Mayor Gregor Robertson, Green Party leader Elizabeth May, and David Suzuki get on planes with him as he flies back to his riding. He goes from Ottawa to Vancouver, and they're always on the planes with him. But they object to having natural resources used in any sort of way. So he issued this challenge to them.
So I'm challenging those three individuals who are leaders in our community, in our province, to stop the hypocrisy. And I'm going to challenge them. There's really two responses that I'm looking for. I'd either challenge them today to either stop using natural resource products like oil and gas, period. So that means no use of oil, no use of gas in any shape or form. So when they go to their house and they go to turn on the furnace in the wintertime, that can't happen because natural gas is what causes their houses to be heated. Oil products is another one again. Like I said, you can't fly anymore. You can't use your automobile to drive around in the streets. You can't buy something that's synthetic. You can't use glass in your house. You can't use all those products that are from oil and gas.
I like the challenge, either put up or shut up. Stop complaining about these natural resources from oil and gas or stop using them. That's the challenge that should be put to Glen Murray. But whether it's David Suzuki or Glen Murray or Al Gore or any of these guys, you know that they're only in it for the money. They're not actually in it to change how things are done. They're in it for their own self-enrichment. Al Gore is about to release an Inconvenient Truth, the sequel, and guess what? He's going to be flying around the world telling you all about it. Remember, this is the guy that told us we would have no Arctic sea ice in the summer by about 2014. He made that prediction in 2009. It's 2017. It's still there, and he's still flying around the world warning us about it. That's what Glen Murray's about to become. Another self-important hypocrite that will live in Toronto, fly to Calgary, fly to Edmonton, fly to Vancouver, and tell the rest of us how to live smaller lives. Just another cog in the green money machine. If you like the Rebel video you just watched, make sure you never miss another one again. Click here to subscribe.